So I know it's been a little slow here in the warehouse. I haven't posted a video in a while, but here's something I got started on, so let's take a look at that. So we got a little change of scenery here. We're at my garage, which is not as big as a warehouse, but the reason being is because the mini truck is going to be going out of commission for, I don't know, maybe a few weeks or so. We'll find out. But what we're about to do right now is drop the transmission and transfer case. And the reason we're doing that is because we're going to be rebuilding the transfer case as it is leaking. So we're going to be, might as well take care of everything at once. New bearings, seals, gaskets, all that, to get rid of the leaking issue. And then some of the bearings kind of seemed a little loose, and so we definitely want to get that fixed. And since we're gonna have the transmission down, I went ahead and got a clutch rebuild kit, which you can see right here. It's all in here. You got a nice, cute, tiny little clutch. And here is the transfer rebuild kit, which I've had for 5 months now. So yeah, it's something I've been planning on doing and just getting around to. So, and then I think also the rear main shield, the crankshaft seal. Go ahead and get that replaced as well, because I mean we're gonna have access to it. So whether it's, I mean, it's not leaking right now, but since it's pretty cheap part and we're gonna have access to it, might as well get it taken care of. So Jack's getting started already underneath. Removing the drive shaft, and then I'm gonna go inside and drink a few beers and then wait for him to get it all done. So I'll check back on Jack later. Okay, day 2, because we decided to cook some sliders instead of finishing off removing or dropping the tranny and transfer case. We got everything pretty much unbolted or loosened. We got all the bolts loose, or a majority of the bolts off. You can see the transfer case is already, we have it lowered, and now it's just time to remove all the loosened bolts and finally drop it. So pretty exciting, because I've been wanting to take care of this for a while, because it's been dripping, maybe pouring gear oil out of the transfer case, and I've been having to refill it. And even when Jack just took off the drive shafts right now, it just like gushed out gear oil. So this is something I've been wanting to do. I've been talking about it for months now, so we're finally getting around to it. So to our luck, the pressure plate and clutch looks like it's been replaced recently, which we had suspected. It didn't feel bad. It felt pretty good, but we got one just in case, and we're gonna place it anyways because I have it. It was really affordable, and why not? We have the transmission pulled, and we got it off. It wasn't too hard. It was fairly easy, pretty tiny, but here it is. Marlin crawler badge, and we're gonna go ahead and take off the transfer case, take that to Jack so we can go rebuild it. Transmission will be staying here, and then we got the exhaust off as well, because I do plan on putting a cherry bomb on there, replacing that muffler. Our buddy Corey that got the Celica, that's what his car had, and basically had the same engine, and I like the way it sounded. Or I like the way it sounded. I like the way it sounds. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same for mine. For now, maybe it'll give me a little bit more power. Probably not. But so yeah, that's why the exhaust is off for now. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for now. Once we get this transfer case off, take it to Jack's and then begin rebuilding. So it's been a while since we started cutting into the mini truck. We got the transmission dropped along with the transfer case, and so now I'm on my way take this bad boy to Jack so we can go ahead and start rebuilding it. So just gotta tie it down real quick and we're on our way. All right. Yep, that's not going anywhere. All right, so meanwhile, while I'm working on rebuilding the transfer case, I'm gonna be busting a little bit of a jack on this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna clean the outside of the transmission so that way it all looks brand new. And yeah, just be nice to look underneath and see it nice and clean, looking like a new transmission. Yes, I've already sprayed it down with some simple green a couple of times. Now I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a rough scrub with the brush or rag, I don't know, whatever I can find. Loosen some of the grit up, and then spray some more degreaser and get it all cleaned up. And then also I'm gonna go ahead and bust another jack on the mount. I'm gonna go ahead and wire wheel this, or I don't even know, maybe just clean it up. I don't think there's any rust on there, but yeah, I'll clean it up, see what it looks like, and if there is any rust, I'll go ahead and wire wheel that. And then of course pour some pour 15 on there before mounting everything back up together. After we got the transmission and the transfer case dropped from the mini truck, it kind of sat there for a little bit. I did clean up the transmission, which I'll show you that, and I did polish up, or not polish, but paint the transmission bracket along with some little skid plate, so that looks super nice. The rest of the truck's gonna look super shitty afterwards because it's not painted, it's all rusted, whatever. But anyways, I'm finally this is what we're up to, I guess, this weekend, and I'll show you. Oh, all right. So here is the transfer case for the mini truck. I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up and rebuild it. I'm gonna take it apart. I got a rebuild kit for it, which is over here. I guess I'll show you a little bit later, but yeah, here's the rebuild kit. I got all the manuals for the mini truck, and as well as this. There's also, I did find a video of on YouTube. I think I just I forgot what I searched, but I'll put it on the screen right now. I searched that, and this video is like a step-by-step of a disassembly, so that kind of helped. And also I found this. If you search Marlin Crawler transfer case instructions, you can find this PDF, which is really nice. It has step-by-step and pictures of everything you need to do to disassemble and as well as assemble, and with little tips and tricks here and there. So this is going to be really helpful to take apart the transfer case. And meanwhile, Jack's finally making some more progress on his 60. He's doing a little bit of wet sanding right now. Might do another round of Bondo, but trying to smooth out all the imperfections so that next time he goes off-roading, he can just, you know, end up right back where he started from.
You don't disrespect nature. If you're gonna hit a tree, it better be a freshly painted fender.
So hopefully the plan is maybe get it painted this weekend. We'll find out. We've been saying that for a few months now. So Anyway, that's what we'll be up to. That's what we're up to this weekend, and time to get started on rebuilding this transfer case. Okay, so along with the manual crawler, Marlin crawler PDF, I do have this repair manual, which is pretty awesome. It came with the truck, and it has a really nice detailed drawing of the transfer case, I guess disassemble view, and along with a lot of nice pictures and instructions on how to disassemble. So this is going to be helpful. I'm going to use this hand in hand. Shouldn't be too hard. And then here's the rebuild major kit that I bought. I think it was like $200 or $300 from Trail Gear. They do have another minor kit which doesn't come with as much bearings and parts, and then I believe the gaskets are underneath. Whoa. Yeah, all the gaskets needed. So it's gonna be nice. Hopefully my transfer case won't be leaking as much. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. There's a lot of parts. Hopefully I don't mess this up.
There it is. Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, that was awesome. Nice.
So the 60's finally ready to get painted, put some color on it. Just the last few minute steps we need to take care of before we can spray color. Meanwhile, I got the transfer case all taken apart. All the bearings have been taken off, and right now I'm in the process of cleaning up the I guess the casing of the transfer case. So next time you see this, it'll be nice and shiny, looking brand new. And then once I get that cleaned up, I'll go ahead and press fit all the new bearings on and get everything ready to be assembled back together. And hopefully, today is Saturday, tomorrow will be Sunday, hopefully get the transfer case put back on Monday, Memorial Day, and I can start driving the mini truck again. So pretty excited, but we'll see what happens. Right now I'm gonna help Jack prep the 60 and get some color on it. I didn't get quite as far as I expected. It took a little bit longer. And then cleaning all this up definitely took some time, but that's looking pretty good. Well, most of it. I think I cleaned that one up. I mean, I cleaned them all up, but this one I still need to clean all this spody off, but and wipe it down. But anyways, it's looking a lot better than what it did yesterday. So I've already started pressing this bearing in, and I still need to do a lot of other work. but it wasn't that hard taking it apart. Pretty straightforward if you follow that PDF. The only thing that might require some special tools is pulling all the bearings. We did have to buy some bearing pullers and then even modify some of those bearing pullers to get it to work and fit underneath the bearing to grab. So yeah, pretty straightforward except for pulling the bearings, but now it's putting it back together. Fun begins. And Jack, it's gonna be kind of noisy in there, but the 60 is finally painted. Here's a little look of where we're at right now. So here's a look of the 60 after the paint has dried and cured a little bit. It has definitely changed colors, and you can really tell when you compare it next to the 40. So originally the 60 and the 40 were painted the same color. I believe the color on the 60 right now is the original color for the 40, and the color on the 40 is the original color that was on the 60. But looking at them, I'm really liking the color. This color, it's has I don't want to say darker, but like a little bit more gray. So when the lights are a little bit more dim, I haven't seen it out in the sun yet, but when the lights are a little bit more dim, it also almost looks like a not charcoal, cement gray. But yeah, you can totally tell the difference of the colors now. So here's the results of painting the 60, and I'll put the color code in the bottom of what this is. We can get back here, we can see what's wrapped up like a present, because I didn't want it to get full of water. And here it is. All right, so what we got here is my newly rebuilt transfer case for the mini truck, and as you can tell, it looks so much cleaner, almost looks brand new. And yeah, hopefully, well, yeah, that's my transfer case. And the plan is hopefully maybe tomorrow's Friday, we'll get this back installed on the transmission of the mini truck and start getting it back installed into the mini truck so I can start driving it again. So as you saw, I did paint the transmission cross member bar or support, and also it's kind of hard to see, but let me see if I can I also painted the drive shafts. Why? Because I just wanted to bust a little bit of a jack, and you know, whenever he takes something off, he likes to kind of clean it up and retouch it up with paint, so I did the same thing. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for now. Last weekend, because now it's almost a new weekend, but last weekend we did a lot. We painted the 60, I rebuilt the transfer case, and now it's just a matter of time to putting this back together, putting my transfer case back on the mini truck, and then on to new projects. So we'll find out what's next, but for sure installing the transfer case back on, and yeah, we'll see what happens next. So hope y'all enjoyed, and we'll check y'all later.